your boogeyman. That's what I am. I'm here to do whatever I can. Be it early morning, late afternoon.
Greetings, YouTubers. Alright, so Captain America Civil War is finally out. I got to see it last night. I'd say overall the movie was fun and entertaining, typical Marvel movie. It added to the Avengers lore. So I appreciated that with the character of Zemo and Black Panther. We got to learn more about the world of the Avengers and stuff like that, which was pretty good. It also showed the repercussions of Age of Ultron. What happened in Age of Ultron in Sokovia and all the death and destruction, and a lot of that carries over into this movie. The fight scenes were really good. The action was amazing. The airport scene the airport scene, the trailer, the all facing trailer. That's the best. That's the best like action set piece in the entire movie. And then the final battle. The final battle was interesting and intense. And it was also kind of brutal. So yeah, overall this was a fun movie. So getting onto the characters. Let's see. I'll start with Captain America, obviously because it's his movie. He's still the same character, still doing stuff just because it's the right thing to do. Still very stubborn. He doesn't really develop much in this movie. It's just, actually, I kind of find him almost annoying in the movie because of how stubborn he was and how always had to do the right thing. He was like how driven he was. But yeah, he doesn't really develop much or change much in this movie. And then going on to Iron Man, Stark. Stark, he starts off the same, Tony Stark, Iron Man, but he changes in this movie because he's driven by guilt. Once again, just like Iron Man 1, how he was driven by guilt to save people. In this movie, he's driven by guilt also to register superhumans with the government because he believes that superhumans are becoming dangerous now. And his character kind of develops in the movie. He becomes more angry and more aggressive than we've ever seen him before. And I just think that's an interesting way to go with Iron Man. This might lead to its alcoholism problem from the comics. Who knows? So from Iron Man, moving on to the two main characters who actually like everyone was waiting for: Spider-Man and Black Panther. So Spider-Man was really cool. His introduction is cool. The actor that played him was great. And all of that. His introduction was nice. And I really love how they used Spider-Man. He wasn't overused. He was used just perfectly. His only action scenes at the airport fight scene, and he does a really good job there. Like, he was amazing there. Like, the airport fight scene, the best characters were Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Ant-Man. Like, they were the most memorable from the entire fight scene. And then going on to Black Panther. Black Panther has a lot more screen time, and is actually a lot more integral to the plot than Spider-Man is. Spider-Man was just like eye candy. Let's just toss him in there. Like, you could have taken Spider-Man out of the movie, and the movie wouldn't have changed. But Black Panther actually played somewhat of an important role, and he had like a character arc and stuff. And in the movie, we see him. His father is killed, so he's on a quest for revenge. And the entire movie, he's driven by vengeance. And by the end of the movie, he begins to realize that he's just like the villain. Like, they're both driven by vengeance, and he learns to let go of his hate, and he learns to let go of the vengeance, and he just learns to let go and be at peace. So Zemo is the villain of this movie, Helmut Zemo, and Black Panther and Zemo are like two sides of the same coin. They were both affected by the destruction of heroes, and they were both driven by vengeance. But in the end, they came to different conclusions. Zemo was an okay villain, bland as usual. Marvel's bad at writing villains. Like, we're already used to that by now. But even though he was bland, Zemo was actually the most successful Marvel villain ever. Like, he succeeds in tearing the Avengers apart, which is something that no other villain has been able to do. So kudos to him. Even though he's subpar, he's still the most successful Marvel villain. So, and who knows? He doesn't die. He gets arrested. So we might see him in future movies, like how Loki got arrested. And how we saw Loki in multiple movies. We might see Zemo in more movies. But yeah, overall, the movie itself was okay. The story was good. The visuals were okay. Everything was good. Nothing really stood out to me. Like, there weren't really like any like iconic like shots that made me go, "Oh, that's beautiful," or stuff like that. It just seemed really, really normal, like on par with every Marvel movie, as opposed to Batman v Superman, where there were a lot of shots where I was like, "This is beautiful," or "This is this is amazing. This is really standing out to me." Every shot, like a lot of shots in Batman v Superman, look like paintings. They look like they look like effort was put into them. This one, there weren't really that many shots except for one where Iron Man and Captain America are fighting, and it's basically the cover from the Civil War comics where Iron Man is blasting the shield. But that's about it. Nothing visually stunning in this movie. It's about your average Marvel movie. A lot of people are saying it's amazing. It's like 10 out of 10. I don't know. I don't really agree. I'd give it a 7 or 8 out of 10 probably. It's about the average Marvel movie. Nothing really special in this movie except there's more heroes and it's just as entertaining. But yeah, that's about it. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping to put out more reviews like this in the future. And just let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought about the movie. I appreciate if you hit that like button, And thanks. Catch you next time.